Hey babies, welcome back. I hate that you guys have to see me this way, but I guess let's keep it real. This is the reality of a student. You will do it tired. There we go. Me yawning. You will do it sick because I had a flu. And you will do it even if you don't have strength. You'll keep pushing. And for some reason, all these things usually happen with the last paper. Yeah, I was probably suffering from last paper syndrome. I couldn't wait to be done and just move on with my life. I've been fighting the whole year and honestly, I'm exhausted. I don't know how I find strength, but it is probably through God. And there's so many times where I just want to give up, but then I remember the end goal. The only thing keeping me going was God, my friends, and the fact that the next day after this exam I was leaving. Okay, most people judge me for rushing home, and I have a reason why I want to go home so quick. Guys, come on, but if that was not the case, I would have stayed a bit longer to pass the moment of being a final year student. I didn't have that time. I had to leave. And this exam was such a big one for me because it determined my career and my future. Something that I've been working on for such a long time. And the pressure was on. And by the time you reach the end of the exams, you are defeated. Usually it's either you go out with a bang with the last paper or you just stuck it out, and for me honestly it was a bit of both because of how much weight it carried. However, after that, freedom from academic stress and packing as well as preparing for our outing the next day. Focus like that.
I remember last time when we went with yes, and they said no.
Period.
I'm gonna be so not shy to vlog.
Hey, social media will be the end of us, because why was everyone's phones out like that? But anyways, the show continues. It was my first time at Coral Reef and I felt like a tour guide because my friends just had to bring me. Wow, I'm so grateful to them for that because we had been so busy throughout the exam season that this was the first time that we could just go out and be ourselves and have fun. And with me going home, nothing was guaranteed about me coming back for my postgrad or even postgrad happening. So I wanted to pass the moment together, have fun, and just reward ourselves for all of our hard work through the exam season. You know, it is quite tough. So we were there walking. I was like a little kid in a candy store, honestly, because wow, guys, the lines were extremely not long. It depends on the ride, but this one was probably the shortest one. This is us waiting and just so excited.
How was it? It was fun. What a rush.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. These are always going to be cool memories, and this was the scariest one, but you know what, I was like, let's do everything because my bus leaves at 6:30 and it is 12:30. Let's go. Like, we need to do everything. We're gonna do everything, of course, so we just did the most popular ones and it was terrifying. So story time about this one. One of my friends, the one with the afro, yeah, just there, She was so terrified, y'all. She didn't want to do any of that. I remember when we got into the ride, she begged the security to let her go. And he was just, and I told him, I was like, listen, don't let this girl out of this ride. And he was like, girl, bye, and press the button. And she just had to go with it. It was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. And then we went to the water slides as well. I was not prepared for that because our phones, I wanted to record, but I couldn't. The water and everything, but it was extremely fun. Guys, if you go to Gold Reef, tip, please wear like shorts and just be prepared, because I was wearing jeans. It's a no-go, because if you're gonna do some water slides, you're gonna regret it. And then this ride, this is so nostalgic, guys. I kid you not, because this takes me back to when I was in high school, like grade 8, and we had carnivals before COVID, and then we would go into these rides, and they would be the best thing ever. I'm so grateful to have had the chance to spend my last moments in Joburg with my friends before I go home. And this was so special for me because they have carried me throughout my 3 years of being a student at UJ. Without them, I don't think I would have made it through even this year, because emotions were always high, and experiencing so many things outside of fear, and having people who are always there to listen to you and just be good friends and shop for you when you can't shop for yourself is a blessing in itself. And then we got into the Uber to go fetch my things so that they could drop me at the bus station. So yeah, I came back in, I took a shower, I dressed, I was warm, and just had to pass the moment of this room and be warm, because I was taking the bus. Very, very long trip, but yeah, I wore some socks and sandals, because if you're taking a bus trip, you don't want to be wearing tackies, guys, trust me. And I was traveling from Joburg to Cape Town, so it was an extremely long route. Now, this is the part where it gets a bit emotional. This is where we said our goodbyes and we had to go our separate ways, and it was very emotional. To my friends that I met at uni, even the ones that are not in the clip, you have been the core of all my actions throughout the past 3 years, and the family I needed when mine were not around. Thank you for always showing up for me when I could not even show up for myself. Thank you for your kindness and your genuineness. Even though this might be an end of one chapter, I can assure you that we will have another chapter in this lifetime. I pray that God blesses you guys with all your heart desires, and your lives are as fruitful as your labor. I love you guys, and we'll probably see each other again to more fruitful memories. And I miss you guys a lot. You know, every time I take the bus, I love the window seat, just because I want to take a moment to look out at the mountains and everything around me. And in those moments, I am reminded that God is very creative. Honestly, He's my favorite artist. The mountains, everything is so detailed, the texture, all these things are so beautiful, and you can tell that He took His time And in those moments, I am able to admire the moments and memories and cherish them throughout this long trip. Not that Bendifun. Guys, I would not recommend a 20-hour trip. Hey, maybe do it once in your life, but not Oko. I couldn't wait to get home. The longest bus trip of my life. For some reason, I do not know why, but it was the longest one. Being at Aipeli, I was ready to get out and be like, ish, I need a faster car. But then in no time we had arrived. I thought I was gonna sleep through it, but I kept waking up for some reason, so I felt that distance, guys. I felt it. Got at the bus station and my family came to pick me up, and I was back home. So see you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.